The best way to get good at anything, in fact, the best way to get great at anything, is to turn it into a habit. So, why would you do that and how do you do that? Let's first talk about why habits are so powerful. So, a habit is something that you do without really even thinking about it. I want you to think about right now habits that you have. It could be biting your nails, it could be smoking, it could be going to the gym, it could be brushing your teeth or flossing. The things that you do on kind of like a subconscious basis that are part of your routine. So for me, I have a habit of going to the gym 5 days a week. It's what I do. It's what I've been doing for a very long time. If I don't work out, I end up getting sick. So I have no choice but to work out. Now, that's a really good thing because I'm very, very fit and very, very healthy, and that's a wonderful thing. But for some people, it's very hard to kind of get that going. For me, it's so ingrained as a habit that if I miss more than 2 days in a row, I start to feel weird. Thinking about habits, right? If you think about smoking cigarettes or biting your nails, those are like two of the big ones, right? How hard is it to quit those things? You try, right? But then before you know it, your finger's back in your mouth. Or before you know it, you're outside smoking because you're having a cup of coffee or whatever it is. So habits are super, super, super powerful. Habits are powerful because your subconscious has taken over and your subconscious is driving you for 90% of the time anyway, because you can only focus on one thing at a time. So if you want to get good at something, you have to cultivate that as a habit. So let's use basketball as an example, right? Because my son loves basketball. He loves shooting hoops. He plays every single day. He's draining legitimate three-pointers. He's 7, which is ridiculous. That he's doing that, but legitimately he's nailing three-pointers. How did he do that? Well, it's very easy. He cultivated a habit. Every single day after school, he comes home and he shoots hoops. He just shoots for like an hour. That's how you get good at something, right? Repetition, but also making something a habit. So if you want to get good at anything, if you want to be something, if you want to be an engineer or a host, or I'm using my own example there, or a musician, especially with music, something that takes repetition and practice, right? If you cultivate the habit of first thing in the morning, you're going to play for 10 minutes, you're going to become good before you realize it. You're going to become amazing before you realize it. So how long does it take to cultivate a habit? And how do we do it? Well, one, you have to set aside time to do it. It takes about 3 weeks, 21 days to create a habit. If you do something at the same time every single day for 21 days, by the time that's done, you've created a habit. Now, if you can do that by changing something. So in other words, if you quit smoking for 3 whole weeks, it is now no longer, you've broken that habit. The same thing goes with biting your nails. If you stop doing that for 21 days, you will no longer bite your nails. The thing with habits, though, is that once they're ingrained, if you go back to it, even for like a split second, you're gonna fall right back in. As someone who used to smoke, which I don't know what I was thinking, but I did, it took me about 7 tries to finally quit. Now it's been well over a decade since I've touched anything like that, but I remember I would be successful and I would be like 2-3 months out of it, and then I'd be in a position or like a place or a party or something, and someone would offer me one. I'd be like, what's one? It's not a big deal. Before I knew it, I was back to smoking. So it's a very simple thing to fall back into habits, but if you create a new one, right, that's a positive habit, like going to the gym, for example, or playing that instrument, or flossing your teeth. Flossing your teeth is one that most people don't like doing, but it's so beneficial. And if you just turn that into a habit, you're just going to do it without thinking about it. I know it's such a strange thing, but literally anything in life can work. Meditation as a habit. I've turned that into a habit. I meditate every day, twice a day, first thing in the morning and then before bed. And it's part of my routine. It's part of my habit. So because of that, if I fall out of it for a minute, it's very easy to fall back into it because it's already a habit. That's how you get good at something. That's how you advance in whatever it is that you're trying to do. Even making the habit of making videos every single day, whatever it is that you're trying to do, turn it into a habit. You got to stick with it. It takes hard work to do it for the first 3 weeks. But once you get past that 3 weeks, it becomes easy because it's just part of what you do. So if you want to get good at anything, turn it into a habit. Thanks for watching. If you're enjoying what I'm putting out there, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications on because I do post every day. And that's it. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I will see you next time.